Although cats are very interesting creatures, the way they see and recognize humans, more specifically their caregivers, makes them even more unique in many aspects. Unlike recognition among people, cats do not rely solely on vision. In fact, they hardly rely on vision at all. Everything revolves around sounds and smells. This is how the basis of recognition is formed. It is also how a cat can learn to trust and find happiness in the presence of its caregiver. In this video, we will discuss in more detail how cats recognize their caregivers, why facial recognition is quite challenging for felines, the importance of the caregiver's voice and smell, and why it may seem confusing to us humans when our cats do not respond to us. We will explore these topics and much more in this video. Let's get started. Does your cat recognize you? In a word, yes. Your cat not only knows who you are but can also differentiate you from other people. It can even distinguish you from other people within the same household. Could your cat have a favorite family member? Does it like you more than someone else in the house? The answer to both questions is yes. This happens because it already knows you and your family well. It knows who your wife, husband, siblings, children, etc. are. However, as mentioned earlier, vision plays a minor role in this recognition. Cats have difficulty recognizing and differentiating human faces. For example, if you ask a stranger on the street if most cats have similar-looking faces, the answer would probably be yes. It is believed that cats see humans the same way. To them, we all look alike. Some research suggests that cats see us, humans, as nothing more than clumsy giant cats. To them, we are not superior, we are just big, clumsy, and somewhat silly. Although this theory is contested by many, it is evident that cats use sound and smell more than vision to identify humans. As a cat's caregiver, your feline will recognize your voice and smell long before it can differentiate you from someone else based solely on appearance. Cats recognize other cats by sight because, by nature, they are more cautious with other felines, just as we are with humans. They need to be constantly alert. We, on the other hand, are seen as just big, non-aggressive friends. That's the main point. If you have a cat, it's very likely that you are a good person and a wonderful caregiver. You would never harm your pet. Cats have a strong memory when it comes to past experiences. That's why two neighborhood cats might fight for years based on sight alone. On the other hand, if you are a loving human who has never harmed your cat, it will see you as a kind and trustworthy being. Your appearance doesn't matter as much because your cat associates your voice and smell with positive things. Why don't cats recognize faces? Speaking more about facial recognition, it's important to highlight that cats have 3 types of vision cones in their retinas. This means they can't distinguish colors as well as we humans can. This is another reason why it's difficult for them to identify a person just by their face. Additionally, cats are farsighted, which means that most nearby objects appear somewhat blurry to them. And this is no accident. Cats need to see well from a distance to identify potential threats. That's why they can focus on other cats, for example, and determine whether they are friends or foes, as in the example we mentioned about the neighborhood cats. Now, imagine you are a cat caregiver with a beard, a big nose, a facial scar, or tattoos on your arms. While a person could easily recognize you in a crowd, a cat wouldn't be able to do the same, even up close, due to feline vision characteristics and their field of vision, which is very close to the ground. Your cat would need to feel your beard to know you have one. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so you'll always know when I post a new video. Cats recognize the voices and smells of their caregivers. Let's now talk about the importance of voice. Unlike facial features, it is through the voice that humans and cats often connect. The more time you spend with your cat, the easier it becomes for it to distinguish your voice from a stranger's voice. It's not just the voice itself, but also the way you speak. Do you change your tone when talking to your cat? Do you speak affectionately, almost as if talking to a baby? However it is, your cat will get used to the sound over time. That's why you can enter a room and talk to your cat without it getting scared. It knows it's you and not just anyone else. These characteristics develop from birth. Kittens respond to their mother's voice. When the mother moves away and you become the caregiver, You take on the mother's role in this sense. Your cat associates your voice with safety, food, and shelter. Although cats probably don't understand exactly how they see us or what we are, they develop a sense of trust in us. Your voice and the way you speak differentiate you from others. This allows a cat to form a bond with its caregiver. When you combine voice recognition with a familiar smell, these two elements come together harmoniously. Speaking of smell, cats have up to 80 million scent receptors in their noses, about 20 times more than humans. For a cat, your smell is like your fingerprint. If your voice is an identifier for the ears, the way you smell is your signature, defining who you are. Cats remember things that are important to them, and your scent is your trademark. The smell is also one of the reasons why cats leave their mark on their caregivers. Whenever your cat rubs against you, it is leaving its scent, marking you, claiming you. This allows the cat to recognize you by both your smell and its own. Thus, your cat knows that you are safe and have been marked as a friend, not as a foe. My cat doesn't respond to me. It's important to remember that cats are not dogs, and few things make this difference as clear as response time. If you call your dog, it will likely come running to you within seconds. And your cat? Not so much. There's a good chance it won't even move, even if it's just a few meters away in the same room. Frustrating, isn't it? Certainly. But understand that your cat is not ignoring you. It hears you and is paying attention. But in the cat world, recognizing doesn't necessarily mean acting immediately. A small ear movement or a slight head turn is enough. Things you might not even notice unless you're paying close attention. Cats are subtle in this aspect. They recognize you quickly and then go back to what they were doing before. They approach people on their own time. As a caregiver, you shouldn't take this personally. It's just the way felines are. When they are ready to seek your attention, ask for food, play, etc., they will let you know. The lack of a reaction may also be a sign of trust. Your cat knows you're not going anywhere. It knows you are its protector. Most felines understand this, especially if a secure bond has been formed. Your cat may show its appreciation simply by doing nothing. Think of it as a compliment to the home you've provided for your favorite feline. This is a sign that it feels very safe by your side. Now that you know your cat recognizes you, and that they aren't as good with vision as they are with smell and hearing,
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.